I love seeing you on film. Like you radiate the screen every time. Honestly, I was like when you walked in this first scene, I was like, that's boss. That's the boss right there.
Oh, thank you. Wow, that is like the best compliment to
Well,
hear,
every time
because it's
you come
been a
in, I'm
while. It's been a while since I've like ventured back into film.
oh my
I was
God.
so busy raising the kids and I wanted to make sure that the projects were in LA and that I had a fairly normal schedule. So now that we're almost empty nesting, yeah, I'm getting back into film. So thank you.
Yeah, well, no, because like I know you've been doing a lot of TV and stuff, and then I know you were doing this film, and I'm like, oh, I know she's gonna kill it every time she comes on because you've been dominating like ever since I've know like for years, and it's just great to see
You
you.
grew up with me, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
did, and it's amazing because I grew up with you watching you do all these franchises, like you're a Disney princess, Marvel Universe, Star Wars Universe, Street Fighter Universe, and Final Fantasy. Like you've done, and now Karate Kid Universe. You
Mhm.
know, what drew you? What made you want to be part of the Karate Kid franchise?
Well, I mean, I'm a massive fan of The Karate Kid, the original film, and all the other subsequent films. And of course, when Cobra Kai came out, my husband and I were just like laughing our asses off and crying. It was such a great series. So when this came to me, I was so excited. And then after talking with our director, Jonathan, it was like we connected right away, and I loved his vision, and I've loved his previous works. Um, so that was a no-brainer for me. And also, I really love the way Dr. Fong was written because she could have been a very stereotypical tiger mom, not letting her son pursue what he wanted to do. And that wasn't the story I wanted for her. I wanted to go deeper about the reasons why, and where she was at. And Jonathan got it. Jonathan got all of it right away. So it was easy to jump into bed with everyone for this project.
Oh, it's great because the doctor is so relatable as a mom who lost her son to violence, and that's why it makes sense for her to be like holding on to the one son she has,
Yeah.
like Li Fong. But what was the turning point for her? Like, what made her realize, you know what, I need to let him fight?
Because ultimately, there were two folds, of course. Uncle Han was persuasive in saying that he needed this, to sort of like everybody goes through their grieving and their healing processes differently. And for the sake of her son, it became apparent to her that by not allowing him to stand strong and do something that he loves to do, to kind of like find the love of martial arts again, he was going to be a lesser human being and he will be um, carrying this grief and this guilt for a very long time. So it really was for the sake of her son and their relationship that changed her mind.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to read, what kind of mom Dr. Fong is because like you said, she has so many layers to her. Like she pushes her son like a tiger mom, but she also gives him freedom to like go out like to a pizza place nearby and like, oh, you're going out?
Yeah, but that was my mom,
Oh,
right?
really?
Oh yeah, my mom would work like 12, 13 hours, all day at the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
So we were always left to our own devices. She never knew where I was, especially without cell phone and tracking. Like she never knew where I was with my friends at their house, in the park, whatever. But at the same time, they left such a foundation of, well, you can't do this. You need to be home by then. You got to study. So that is a very typical dynamic, I think. You feel like you've raised them with enough values and enough uh, uh, discipline that you can let them go at the same time. You entrust that they will do it, but
Yeah. Well, I was wondering too, because like, and again, like another Asian family, she doesn't really talk about her feelings of the loss of
Right,
of the brother too. Like you don't really talk.
right.
Who did you base this character on? Who did you gather like the inspiration from? Like who is Dr. Fong? Who is the doctor? Like, did you gather that information? Like you said your mom, but there's moments of that. But
Yeah, yeah. I think all the women, especially the older generation, like my mom and my aunties, they that that is a cultural, I think, upbringing of you don't display your grief. It's something, it's not dignified, to just be bawling in public. This is something that you do in private. And I think for her, it was a sense of self-respect and a sense of just her upbringing. And a lot of times you don't want to deal with it, because the constant reminder of that loss is so painful that it's better to just be distracted, to move to another country, to move to another, get a new job. Just like you got to keep going. You got to keep surviving. And at the same time wanting to protect um, her son from his memories of the situation.
yeah, and at any point in this story though, because as a mother, like, did you, and as a person too, did you resonate at all with the characters, with the story, like, and reflective of your life too?
Yeah, every day. I mean, I've been a mom for 24 years now, and every day I worry about my children, even though they're living very adult lives right now, and I'm so proud of them. You always still every single day, in it's just part of who I am. And so I completely understand that part of who Dr. Fong is. And, losing any loved one is rough. I'm grateful that I've never lost a loved one to violence, but I have lost a loved one to self-inflicted violence, if we can call it that. I don't know. But so yeah, you go through many, many different shades of grief and healing.
Yeah. Well, on a lighter note too, because you're now canon in the universe of the Karate Kid, you're canon in Marvel, you're canon in all these aspects. What world or fandom do you want to dominate next? Because I was
Oh,
like,
oh
what else
yeah, I
can
can be
she?
greedy. I could be really greedy.
What can
Okay.
she do? What else? Because she's been in
I
everything.
would, oh gosh, I have so many franchises that I would love to tap into, I mean, definitely, if in the science fiction fantasy realm, I have not done Star Trek, I have not done Game of Thrones, or what are some of the other ones? Even Harry Potter.
Yeah.
There's so many. There's so many franchises out there. But I think the ultimate one I want to do is some like romantic comedy. That's like a
Oh,
genre that I love, 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 love. And I've never tapped into doing a romantic comedy.
oh my
So,
God, that'd be amazing. Well, another thing is too, this is called Karate Kid Legends. You are a legend too because you're in that Disney's Legends. You're legendary in Gold House in the awardee, and you're just you again you're an icon. What does being a legend mean to you?
it's so difficult for me to, um, it's sort of like an out of body experience in a weird way where, um, I'm very, very grateful and honored, and it's an incredibly flattering thing, like that what you've just said. It's a lot to live up to. I really hope that I continue to do projects that tell great stories that connect with people, and I hope it inspires other people to want to pursue their dreams and become legends themselves, because I think each and every one of us have that potential and deserve that title. You just living and breathing and, being a contributing human being in our society. And if you're a contributor of humanity, then that makes you a legend. So, yeah, I just love the fact that, yes, I'm a Disney princess, but
Yes.
I'm also like the queen of franchises these days.
You really are. Well, no, and thank you for paving the way for many others too, because you really, as an Asian American too, Asian American, you really paved it for a lot of Asian Americans.
Thank
So,
you.
and the diaspora.
Thank
So I
you.
want to let you know that too. So thank you for that.
Yeah, it's a
Thank you.
combination of luck and hard work and a little bit of fate. I do believe in that. Yeah.
No, perfect. Thank you so much and congrats. And I always love seeing you on the screen. More movies, please, because I know the
Okay.
kids that were growing up. Please be in everything, please, because we love you.
Okay.
So, all right.
All right.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so much,
much.
Laura. It was
Thank
great talking to you.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Lectures, fanboys, professional artists, and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The Hard Knock Life.